Testing. Oh, wait, no, it didn't mute. Why? Okay. Okay, alright. Hey, how are you guys doing? So, if you didn't guess from the title, it's just going to be a quick kind of state of affairs, chatting with you guys, talking about where, you know, the channel is and where it's going. So I think it's good to touch base so that, you know, people are aware of any events that are happening. Because I try to mention them during streams, but I can never remember. So sometimes it's nice to just sit down and say, okay, so this is what's happening. What do you guys think about this? That kind of thing, Okay. We'll go ahead and move to the main screen. Okay, there we go. Hey, new background. I didn't make it. I should go ahead and say that. It's a free asset that this one Twitter account will submit. If you want to know who did it, look in the description. It's credited by ONIPILOT, I believe is the name. So, yeah, good stuff. And since today I thought if we have some leftover time I could read, since it's the beginning of the month, or it should be, but I'm a little late. It's only a third of the way into the month. I could read a horoscope or two just for funsies. Background looks nice. It does. I've got different colored versions of it. I messed around with some filters and stuff, so good stuff. Okay, so first order of business, good morning. First order of business is that we qualify, well, it happened a couple of weeks ago, but I kept forgetting to mention it on stream, but we qualify for affiliate status on Twitch, and from what I understand, that means that I'll actually be able to make money off of it. So people will be able to subscribe. I'll be able to have emotes, sub badges, that kind of thing. That was the goal, but I ended up finding out that, like partner, affiliate is similar in the way that you can't simultaneously stream to Twitch and also another platform. So I wouldn't be able to stream to Twitch and YouTube at the same time. So that really took the wind out of the sails a bit. Maybe I should have been more knowledgeable about it, maybe. So yeah, either way, because I do both at the same time. I started streaming on Twitch or YouTube, and then I kind of moved a little bit over to Twitch, and I don't want to give up YouTube just to go to Twitch. So I'm still trying to figure out what's going on there. I don't know, are you allowed to have 2 Twitch accounts? Because I was thinking maybe I could get affiliate status on one and then just do a few Twitch-only streams on that one. Meanwhile, my regular streams I would do multi-streamed to a non-affiliated account and then also a YouTube account. Are you allowed to make 2? I guess that's something to look into. But the real shame of it is that I had some really nice emotes that I commissioned, but, you know, can't really use them, but I can technically allow people to use them on YouTube. I qualified for YouTube membership as well. And that's another thing that I kind of wanted to talk about a little bit. Let's see. You can have multiple Twitch accounts, but the contract binds to you, the person. Well, that's so silly, because, I mean, the whole point of the contract should be, like, if you're making money off of the account, then you can't be simultaneously streaming to a different account, right? But it's like, if you have an account that doesn't actually generate you, the person, any revenue, then why couldn't you stream to 2 different platforms at the same time? Like, does that reasoning make sense? Oh, well. Yeah, Star Fox Adventure. Oh, you're right, I forgot to put on the credits. Let me put that on there. Yeah. Good stuff, good stuff. So it's a little bit, however, if I do membership on YouTube, to my understanding, I won't run into the same problem. I can let people use emotes and sub badges without me being walled off from streaming to Twitch at the same time. So I might just go with YouTube membership, which is a shame because I really want people on Twitch to be able to use emotes. But people have told me there's like an app where people can still use it. It's like called HATV or something like that. So I may have to go about it that way. But that's the second order of business I wanted to talk about. I qualify for YouTube membership, but it won't let me do it unless I like make an announcement and a post for members and stuff. So I have to make a video explaining. Okay, so you know what? Let me just pull it up. Hopefully I've got the thing here. Okay, cool. Everything's good. All right, we'll come back to this scene in a second, but in the meantime, oh, the chat's not gonna look good over there. All right, we'll do chat over here. Okay, the chat will come back in a second, but so as you can see here, it should show my cursor. Yeah, it does. Okay, good. All right, so these are kind of meant to be a surprise, but I might as well discuss it with you guys. So the way it works on YouTube membership, once you qualify, which we have, you get to have different tiers, I guess similar to Twitch. So you can have a $2 sub for tier 1, a $4 sub for tier 2, and like a $10 sub for... They get pretty extensive. I just made one of the lowest tiers. So like here's the lowest tier. It's $2. I think it's the second to lowest one. But if I wanted to have a higher level, then... Wait, maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't be fishing through this. Oh, can't wait to accidentally dox myself. But the point is, the lowest tiers will have the base rewards and then the higher tiers. So unfortunately, I can't just have give me $2 a month to be able to use sub badges and emotes. I have to have like a gimmick or something. And the rewards that you can choose from are oh gosh, you can't even see the chat like that. That's kind of rough. All right, hang on. Actually, I'm not sure where I can move the chat so it can be seen. All right, well, just bear with me. We'll be off the screen in a second. So, what I'm opting with is a members-only stream, like at the end of the month, which I think would be fun, because odds are I'm not going to have that many members, so we could probably play like a group game or something, whether it's like Among Us or Drawful or what are some other, like, you can do group games online. I had the Jackbox stuff, that kind of stuff. So I think that might work out. But the thing is, I'm not allowed to post it yet until I do these two right here. And one is like so I guess I could do like a really nice, hey guys, thanks for, whatever. But I don't really want to make a video, I don't know. It's hard to be a salesman where you're like, hey, you should give me $2. And here's why. I hate that. I hate that a lot. So if anyone's got any ideas of kind of how to do that, let me know. In the meantime, that's 50% complete, so we're on our way there. You can submit emotes to BTTV, and people can use that for Twitch. Okay, let me write that down. I've been meaning to do that for a while now. Okay, in the meantime, let me go ahead and put the model back up. There we go. Okay, BTTV. Let me copy and paste that. Yeah, I don't quite know how to do that, but I'll have to look up a YouTube video or something. Okay, BTTV. So that way Twitch, I won't get to, you guys, I won't be able to have tiers or subs on Twitch, but at least you guys can still use the emotes. You get that the selling thing is really difficult, right? It's so hard. Oh, I should move the chat back over. There we go. Cool. Yeah, it's rough, because I don't feel like I should get $2. I would love to let you guys have the emotes, you know? But, yeah, be the best salesman you can be. It feels so slimy, though. Trade offer. I received $2. You receive many cute emotes and badges. I definitely need to make more emotes. So the theme for the members and stuff is going to be ghosts. So you'll get, you know, you'll start it like it's like a little wisp, like the little light thing, and then, yeah. So it's, I don't know, I think it's cute. Oh, and for the sub badges, Duckbird, they're in the description. I commissioned them for the sub badges. Very nice individual, very reasonable prices, like suspiciously reasonable prices. Really good on Twitter. So good stuff, good stuff. Emotes, yeah, emotes. All right, if you did go with Twitch, Amazon Prime gives everyone a free sub to use every month. Oh, would be nice. Yeah, the only deal breaker with Twitch is that I wouldn't be able to do YouTube and Twitch at the same time. I guess I could move to doing exclusive streaming on Twitch and then exclusive streaming on YouTube, like never at the same time. So like, to use an example, if we did the Powerpuff reading, I would have to pick a platform to read that on. I wouldn't be able to do YouTube and Twitch at the same time. I would have to be like, okay, we'll read the leaked reboot script on YouTube, and I can't show you that on Twitch, but then the next day I'd be like, okay guys, we're playing Dead Cedar, but I can't show it to you on YouTube because I can only stream exclusively just to Twitch. Ah, I hate that. So maybe I'll just, I guess I qualify for affiliate, but I guess I won't be moving forward with it, which is rough, but at the very least I can get you guys emotes using that HTTV thing that people have suggested. So, and if you want to support me, you can always do a YouTube membership, so. Good stuff, good stuff. Let's see, you can post a VOD on YouTube. Yeah, I have to wait 24 hours to post the VOD, but like, I think the main appeal of the streams is that people like to come over and make puns and like super chat jokes and, you know, just, yeah. Let's see. The artist is actually a front for a furry fursuit drug cartel. A smart way of doing it would be uploading a video on YouTube that you are streaming on Twitch soon. That might make sense. What if I streamed on YouTube and then immediately played the stream on Twitch? Like, I streamed myself watching the... That would be too crazy. Okay. Yeah, it's such a complicated process. I really wish Twitch were a bit friendlier. I mean, I guess it's the smartest business move, but it feels a bit like... a bit restrictive to, you know... people, maybe, or maybe it's just me, I don't know. All right, let's see. A lot of people also use Insta stories for the same thing. Good point. Can you just make a Patreon or a subscribe star? I don't know what a subscribe star is, but with Patreon, I don't think it would let you guys use emotes on the account. Like, if you have an image on your computer, that doesn't necessarily mean you can just use the emote on somebody's YouTube stream. So it would still limit you guys and not letting you use the emotes. Let's see. Make mod, do these things for you free. That would be nice. Okay, well, I think that's all I can think of. I could swear there's another big thing, another really big thing that I'm gonna want to shoot myself for not bringing up. But that's all I can think of right now. I guess we could move to the just chatting portion. Okay, so this is someone told me I look kind of like a fortune teller, so I figured, hey, you know what? I like to, not often, but occasionally look into horoscopes, I guess. And I think what got me into it was Harvest Moon. I don't know which game it was. If anybody here has good Harvest Moon knowledge, in at least one of the games, you could turn on the TV and it would give you like a silly little fortune for that day. So I think it would be really fun. But please, this is just a joke. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going to read off a horoscope, and I know people sometimes, it's like a fortune cookie. It's like, oh, what does it say? You know, don't base your life around it. I wouldn't take it seriously. It's you know, it's just kind of fun when things coincide with your little horoscope, your little fortunes. Let's see. Harvest Moon. Yeah, Harvest Moon. I think it was the PlayStation 1. Or maybe it was Friends of Mineral Day. I don't know. It was something. Okay. Too late. No, not too late. Don't you do it. Did we show the emotes? Yes, we did. Heck, I think we could make them available on Discord. I know I told you to wait till but I mean, might as well. Let me show the emotes one more time. They're kind of nice. I need to get more. I definitely need to get more. But let me just give you a quick peek. Let's see. So these are the emotes to look forward to. I need to get more, but I tried to get some of the ones that people would probably want to use immediately. So let's see. Does this tell me? Okay, so here's the badges. Oh, here's the emojis. There we go. So we got facepalm. It's so hard to see though. We got ooh, and we got panic, and then we got nervous. So those are the ones I figured people would like to see, maybe. But yeah. Okay. hopefully they're fun. Oh gosh. I show you my $2. Please give me emote. Absolutely. I wish I could. I wish it worked that way. Tell you what, I'll get this finished very quickly, and at the very least I can make the... Oh, I'm still acting like you can see the screen. I'll try to get the membership thing finished. I'll make a silly video saying, hey, trade offer, $2 for emotes, and then a members-only stream at the end of each month. And then I'll try to get that underway, so... It just feels really weird asking for money, even if I'm exchanging it for kind of like a good or a service. I don't know, it's weird. I hate it. Okay, let's see. You like the nervous? Nice. Okay, so we've got some time. This is going to be a very short stream. I've been streaming a lot lately. I don't want to tire you guys out too much. Let me pull up the horoscopes. Okay, so what do you guys want to see? We got Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo. Oh, someone had a funny anecdote about Virgo. Apparently Virgo, the sign means, the word means something else. And I think it was either Spanish or Portuguese or something. I think Lestat, yeah. Before my internet kills myself, the Virgo thing. Yeah. Okay, so what does the Virgo mean? And in what language does it mean that? Take my money, go Sama. Thank you. Spanish. Okay, so apparently Virgo, according to Lestat, in Spanish, Virgo is like I guess it's like the SIMP word or something, or INCEL word. I'm not allowed to say those words on Twitch, apparently. Apparently it's like calling someone a virgin, so that's kind of fun. I wonder what you guys... It's a slur to call virgins, yeah. So what do you guys call it then in Spanish? What do I assume horoscopes exist, right? Maybe in Latin-speaking countries, etc. I don't think it's all countries, but in Argentina it does mean that. Nice, that's pretty good. Okay, somebody said Leo and Cancer. I guess we'll just start off really easily, or with these two, I guess. Okay, Leo, I'm gonna give you your monthly horoscope, right? And again, don't take this seriously. I am literally just a person with a ghost VTuber reading a webpage on a stream, so please don't. It's just for fun. Okay. Leo, and we are going to be doing this for the month of June. Okay, June 2021 for the Leo horoscope. June is filled with excitement and fun for you, Leo. When the Sun and Mercury dancing in your solar 11th house, you're likely to be hearing from many friends. However, with our cosmic messenger in the midst of a retrograde cycle, you're probably hearing from or thinking of friends from your past. A solar eclipse erupts in the same zone on June 10th. Bringing you the opportunity to expand your network or attend a lovely event. A new soulmate/platonic connection could be coming your way, one that shifts your life in an exciting new direction. There we go. Well, that's a nice kind of forecast. Let's see. So you might be thinking of friends from your past. You might be making new connections. So yeah, it looks like hopefully, fingers crossed, for any Leos out there, you might be having a month where you're reconnecting or making new connections. I like them when they're positive, though I think they're mostly always positive. It's not going to say, hey, watch out, someone's going to try to kill you this month. I should make a horoscope site that does that. Like it's all bad horoscopes. It's like paranoia horoscopes. Oh, that's a terrible idea. Do not take them seriously. No, don't do it. In French, you call it Vierge, which also means virgin. That's pretty good. Thanks for addressing me so directly. Oh, Leo Morris. Are you actually a Leo? Oh, you don't have to answer that because that might give birthday information out. Some of them sound passive-aggressive sometimes. Okay, we'll do Cancer, because I did see someone say Cancer. And Libra. Libra is the next one after Cancer. Okay, all you Cancer people out there. Oh god, wait, no, not like that. What birthdays are Cancer? Oh, well, you'll have to look it up. If you don't know, just say, what's my horoscope, and then your birthday and month. You dead, boy. Yeah, I would love that. Okay, June 2021 for the Cancer people out there. Your dreams are likely to be very intense as Mercury retrogrades in your solar 12th house this month, Cancer. This is a period when you can listen to your intuition, especially with regard to past situations and relationships. While you could feel a bit more anxious, this period can be a blessing for you to review your mental health and seek closure. The solar eclipse that takes place on June 10th, that's the second time we've heard about it. Is there a legit eclipse happening on June 10th? Also highlights this area, and some Cancers could find they have the energy to move toward releasing the past. If you're processing trauma or would like to seek the guidance of a therapist, counselor, or healer, you could fare especially well now. Gosh. Alright, well, hopefully all the Cancers out there aren't processing any trauma, but if you are, maybe you should talk to somebody about it. It might be a good time to do that. And see, that's why these horoscopes, I like them, because that's good advice, no matter what sign it is, no matter what's happening. You know, if you're going through something, reach out, whether it's a professional or somebody that you know cares about you. If you're feeling anxious, then take this time to reflect and maybe seek closure. Yeah, so again, I'm not saying they're real. I don't know if I believe in them. I don't know much, but, you know, at the very least, if you take them and make positive changes in your life, then you're a winner. Did you miss Gemini? No, I'm just doing them when people call out. You're a Virgo. Okay, tell you what, I'll do Libra, then Virgo next. I didn't think people would actually like this, because, you know, some people are like, oh, those things are fake, and it's like, yeah, but just as long as you're not giving someone a hard time. Like, sometimes as a stereotype, you see people say, oh, I'm a blah blah blah, and you're a spoon, which means we won't get along. I don't believe in those. Okay. So as long as you're not using them to, like, be mean to anybody, I think they're really good fun. What did I say I was gonna do? Libra. Okay. June 2021 for our Libras out there. Fun to listen to? Yeah, they're kind of like fortune cookies, and maybe it applies to you. You're contemplating new horizons as the Sun and Mercury shimmy through your solar 9th house, Libra. This period can help you review your progress and wax philosophical on your destiny still ahead. With our cosmic messenger retrograde, I gotta look up some of these, what they mean, so I can explain it to you guys. With our cosmic messenger retrograde, you may even be reflecting on quite a bit from the past, especially old teachings, spiritual practices, and legacies that shaped who you are now. The solar eclipse on June 10th could skyrocket you further in a new direction, opening your mind and perspective to whole new echelons of the world. On a more mundane level, this eclipse can bring a destined boost to you around an academic, media, or travel endeavor. Wow. Oh, hey, actually, the eclipse, it's the 10th, isn't it? For me, it's the 10th, although I know not everybody's in the same time zone. So let's see if anything gets spurred on now that we've had, you know, that eclipse on the 10th. So that's interesting. The whole theme is cool? Yeah, I think so. Like wrestling, it's fake, but it's still fun. Yeah, exactly. And you always get to say, oh wow, that actually fits what's happening to me. You had a friend who was able to determine everyone's signs just based on their personality. It was pretty freaky. Yeah. Even though it's like, oh, you know, it's really broad, vague things that you see your own personality, and my sign actually does kind of fit my personality, weirdly enough. So, kind of fun. Okay, Scorpio. Scorpio is next. I also see Sagittarius, so we'll do that next too. All right, Scorpio it is. June 2021. Okay, so the month of June for Scorpio. With the Sun and Mercury in your solar 8th house of intimacy, Scorpio, you're clearly debating your needs and desires in a relationship. Our cosmic messenger is in a retrograde phase too, so you're likely deeply reflecting on past situations that have led you to where you are now. This is an excellent time to be vulnerable and openly discuss your feelings with a partner to improve your rapport. The solar eclipse on June 10th could bring an impetus to shift your connection in the right direction. The same lunation could also trigger the arrival of a large sum of money, perhaps in the form of a loan, venture capital, or settlement. Ooh, so Scorpio's going through some stuff relationship-wise. I hope that works out. Huh. And you might have some money in your future, maybe. Let's hope. Let me if all the Scorpios out there, let me know if at the end of the month that actually happened. That would be interesting. You do that all the time. I know. That's the thing that makes these so easy. It's like, oh, are you thinking about a relationship with somebody or a previous relationship? I mean, most people will do that, so it easily. Let's see. Oh, F, yeah, money. Yeah. Remember to, if you do come into a lot of money, remember who your friends are. Okay, Sagittarius. All right, so all my Sagittariuses out there, for the month of June 2021, prepare to focus extensively on union and partnerships. With the Sun and Mercury moving across the sky from you in your solar 7th house, you're entirely focused on your significant other in business or love. However, with our cosmic messenger asleep in a retrograde phase, I guess retrograde means that it's inactive, or whatever astrological is happening, it's dormant. You could notice that you're experiencing some miscommunication between you. This may also manifest with you feeling conflicted or uncertain about where you both stand. A solar eclipse in the same sector takes place on June 10, blasting open the door for the next stage in your relationship. Many Sagittarius natives will decide it's time to make long-term plans together, such as move in, get engaged, or marry. If you feel that you aren't in the right union, this could provide the I need to know how to pronounce that word. I've seen it a million times. I know what it means. Impetus to redirect you to a better person. Single Sagittarius natives should use this energy to hunt for someone with serious potential. And if you can wait to make any announcements or official decisions until after Mercury goes direct on the 22nd, you'll be glad you did. Okay, so this one's also dealing with relationships. So it sounds like there might be something big happening, or if you're not happy with your relationship, maybe talk about it. You may need to find, somebody that you feel is better to you or better for you. Let's see. Also, apparently, something is happening for you guys, your Sagittarius is out there, on the 22nd. So if you're planning on doing anything big, you may want to wait till 22nd. But again, don't take this as advice. Just, think about it. Let's see. Focus on union. Don't forget about the poor Virgo. The pronunciation was correct. Impetus, I think? Nice. I see these words all the time when I'm reading, but I rarely ever actually hear anyone say them out loud, so I will have a habit of mispronouncing things. For the longest time, I pronounced cumbersome, like cucumber, and somebody was like, wait, what? And I had to... Okay, so I think somebody asked for Virgo, so we're gonna talk to all our poor Virgos out here. So, June 2021 for Virgo. With your ruler Mercury in retrograde cycle this month, Virgo, you're likely feeling as though your entire life is on hold now. You may also be feeling a great deal of confusion around professional matters and your ambitions, because this is where our cosmic messenger is asleep in the sky. This doesn't have to indicate major problems, though. It can show that while there may be some delays and obstacles, you can use this period to revise your plans and fine-tune your goals. However, a solar eclipse arrives on June 10th, showing that a destined event in your career has come. This could be a new job offer, a promotion, exciting achievement, or else the impetus to change your path altogether. And because it's a solar eclipse, new beginnings are guaranteed. But if you can hold off making a decision until after Mercury goes direct on the 22nd, you'll be glad you did. So that's exciting news. It looks like Virgo is also going to benefit from something happening on the 22nd. So that's nice. It sounds like you guys, you Virgos out there, may be dealing with some delays or some stagnation business-wise, ambition-wise. but it sounds like it might be on its way to clearing up on the 22nd. Maybe. We'll see. That felt really personal. You're a Virgo. It actually hit. See, that's the good thing. Sometimes you're like, wow, I feel like this applies to me. Maybe I should, look at things this way and try to move forward this way. So I like it when it causes positive changes. Oh, I'm seeing Geminis. Okay, you're gonna start streaming, so maybe this is a keep going. Maybe. And that's the thing, it'll give you more of a chance to consider things, and maybe something's gonna happen on the 22nd. I don't know. So, interesting stuff. And it does say that you could either completely diverge your path. So, if you feel that whatever you're trying to do isn't right for you, maybe it's time to go down a different path and see how that treats you. Okay, I saw Gemini. All right, all my Geminis. For you, June of 2021, embrace the winds of change, Gemini, because this month will feel like you're taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back. This is because you're going through a destined shift at this time. While it's obviously birthday season for you, it's likely you feel especially fired up with the sun dancing through your Zodiac sign. Okay, well that's different. Most of the signs so far have been like, okay, well, you guys are kind of dormant, you're in retrograde, but it sounds like you Geminis, it's go time. However, your ruler Mercury, who loves to be in its home, is unfortunately going backward in its retrograde cycle at this time. You could feel like your entire life is on hold. This could actually be a blessing, though, because it gives you an opportunity to reflect on your progress, review your plans, and take a new route to get what you're after. So it sounds like on this one that you're going to be having winds of change. You're going to feel fired up, but you could, because of apparently Mercury is going to sleep, you could end up having these events get put on hold. So something to watch out for. It does recommend you reflect on your progress, review your plans, and then maybe take a new route. So something to think about. Horoscopes always seem to provide some motivating phrases. Yeah, that's the thing. They're like little pep talks, veiled in mysticism. So, your birthday is actually this month. Well, dang, hopefully this has got some good advice. So, it's, Aquarius. Ooh, that's my sign. I like Aquarius. And Olron is an Aquarius, too. I don't know if he's sleeping in today, but he might benefit from this. Okay, I almost said okay. All my Aquariuses out here. For the month of June 2021, June is a peculiar month for you, Aquarius. The Sun and Mercury spend a great deal of time in your solar 5th house of recreation and romance, so you might expect to experience a lot of pleasure. However, with our cosmic messenger moving backward in its retrograde phase, you could be feeling confused or experiencing miscommunication around creative, fertility, or dating matters. To add fuel to the flames, a solar eclipse in this same zone erupts here on June 10th. This blasts open a doorway to you that may make your heart swell. Single Aquarians might now cross paths with a soulmate if you put yourselves out there. Committed couples could grow especially close. If you're looking to conceive, pregnancy is especially auspicious now. Last, if you are artistic, you could find yourself channeling your muse now. Nice. Very, very interesting. Oh, and by the way, this is only the first half. It does have another paragraph below that, but I thought I would just read. So if you want more information, go to horoscope.com, not sponsored. I literally just found it. And you can probably read a little bit more about your horoscope. So interesting. Yeah, so if you're Aquarius, looks like if you're trying to have a kid, or you're looking for a significant other, or you're already in a relationship, it's hopefully going to have good news for you. Let's see, read the fish. Which one is the fish? Pisces. Pisces is the fish, right? Another water sign, Pisces. Okay, I'm getting lots of demand for the fish. All right, for all you fish out there, June 2021. Enter June with a sense of trepidation, Pisces. Oh, okay, wait a minute. The Sun and Mercury are moseying through your solar 4th house of domesticity. It's clear you'll be seeing shifts around home and family matters, whether in the form of moving or fixing up your living space or stepping in to aid a parent. But with our cosmic messenger caught in one of its typical retrograde phases, you could be seeing some confusion about plans moving forward. This cycle continues until June 22nd. A solar eclipse appears in the zone on the 10th, though. bringing a fresh beginning to launch you in a new direction regarding these same affairs. Use this impetus to lead onward, but do your best not to make any solid decisions until after Mercury stations direct. Okay, well this one was a little bit more cautious. So it's saying, hey, watch out. There's going to be changes with possibly with helping a parent, home matters, family matters. You might have to step up to do things. There might be some confusion in your plans. But apparently there's going to be a new direction, and hold off on decisions until 22nd, maybe. Again, don't take this as advice. If you got to make a decision now, make the decision now. But something to think about. Something to think about. Oh, MissKittens says you're moving. See, that's always eerie when it lines up like that. Very spooky. All right. Let's see. More beginnings, moving again. Oh man, the chaos never ends. But it seems like you'll get good news on the 22nd, maybe. So this is absolutely, no, it's not advice. Okay, has anybody been left out? Anybody else in chat thinking, hey, I want to hear about my month? Is that how you pronounce Pisces? Unless it's Pisces, and I've just been pronouncing it wrong my whole life. Oh, 2 people ask for Taurus and Capricorn. Perfect. All right, Taurus, that's the bold one, right? All right, hang on, let me get a drink of water real quick. 1 second. Yeah. I'm glad people are having fun. Do Aquarius again. Nice try. If you're Aquarius, then maybe get out there on the market and look for somebody, or if you're already in a relationship, take some time to grow closer to them. That's your news for Aquarius. Pronounce it Perrier. Let's see. Your worldview has shattered. Not that you would know any better, it just came as a shock. Oh gee. Well, hopefully shattered in a good way, maybe. Okay. Aquarius, you will miss stream of your horoscope. Oh god, did Olron actually miss it? I'm sorry, Olron. But yeah, there's an eclipse on the 10th, so stuff might start happening after the 10th, and it recommends waiting for the 22nd to do big things. Or if you've got big decisions or something you've been really thinking about, something might happen if you choose to do it right around the 22nd. You don't believe in these, but they're fun. Yeah, exactly. Okay, Taurus. For all our Tauruses out there, for all our big bulls out there. June 2021. Confusion around financial matters will likely take place throughout most of June. This is because our cosmic messenger Mercury will be in retrograde in your solar second house until June 22nd. This is an excellent time to review your expenses and budget, as well as make sure you know exactly where all your hard-earned income is going. Despite a likely bit of uncertainty, a solar eclipse in the same money-making zone takes place on the 10th. This could likely bring you a raise, a new job offer, or lucrative client. This is a destined moment to see more abundance and prosperity. If you're self-employed, raise your rates. Don't be afraid to be on the lookout for a better paying employer, Taurus, because you could truly enlarge your nest egg even more. Okay, wow, so it looks like Taurus is going to have some money-making matters. It looks like it's starting a little rough in June for money matters, but it's saying after that eclipse, which is on the 10th, which is today for me, but I don't know what day it is for you, or if it just happened, you might be looking at opportunities to get more money or to improve things. Please don't mention big bulls. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. He never left since the beginning. Oh no, Olron is here. Good. I was worried. I was like, wait, where's Olron? I know Aquarius is his month. You started working last month. Gotta keep your money tight. Yeah. Nice. It's nice when it applies to people. Pisces, please. We just did the Pisces one, but I'll give you a quick overview. So you might be seeing stuff happening in domesticity, like some upheaval, some changes, living spaces, stepping in to aid a parent. You might be seeing some confusion because you might have a rough start to the month, but after the eclipse on the 10th, then you might be seeing things moving in a new direction. And it says you might want to wait for any big decisions until after the 22nd, because apparently Mercury is going to do something right around the 22nd. So not advice, but, interesting points of view. Okay, Capricorn, I believe. I saw Capricorn. Let's see. For all our Capricorns out here, June 2021. This month could feel a bit intense, Capricorn, as the Sun and Mercury move through your solar 6th house of productivity. You could find your attention is very much focused on your employment. However, with our cosmic messenger in a retrograde phase until June 22nd, it could be causing confusion on the job, delays in work projects, or even a lighter schedule than you'd hoped for. The solar eclipse in the same zone on the 10th will likely bring much more your way, though, so get ready to hear of important news. This could be the arrival of a new job, a steady client, or several milestone projects that have been assigned to your name. If you can wait to sign contracts after Mercury turns direct on the 22nd, you'll have a clear sense of what everything entails. Okay, so more financial stuff for all our Capricorns out there. Let's see. Good night, Nico. Hope you have a good night. Your bro is Capricorn. He's about to get a job. That's so weird. That's so weird. Well, it's a good time for him, apparently. All right, I've done Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, Virgo, Leo, Cancer. I did Gemini, Taurus, and Aries. Okay, I think the last up is Aries. We haven't done Aries yet. If I'm not mistaken, Aries is the ram sign, right? Ram sign, Ramstein. Let's see. Okay, so I don't know if we have any Aries out there, but this is the very last sign. Okay, for all you Aries, June 2021. While you're likely to have many exciting new ideas and thoughts this month, Aries, it would be wise to slow down, brainstorm, and wait rather than launch into new territory. Mercury will retrograde until the 22nd, which could cause all sorts of confusion for you around communication matters. Despite this, a breakthrough in your solar 3rd house arrives with the solar eclipse on the 10th. You could find it's almost time to launch a milestone in writing, speaking, advertising, or social media project. It's clear you have a very important message to proclaim. If you can wait until later in the month, you'll be happy that you did. You missed Libra? Well, that's interesting news for Aries. It sounds like things are ramping up. Okay, I'll give you a quick overview on Libra. Okay, you're contemplating new horizons. You might want to review your progress and wax philosophical on, things that lie ahead. Your cosmic messenger is in retrograde, which means it's dormant, it's asleep. So you might want to take the time to reflect on the past, like old teachings, spiritual practices, and legacies, things that shaped who you are right now. So look at those things and maybe think about them. The solar eclipse on June 10th could skyrocket you further in a new direction, opening your mind, perspective to new echelons of the world. On a more mundane level, this eclipse can bring a destined boost to you around academic, media, or travel endeavor. So that's Libra. Your brother is an Aries. He just learned empathy. That's good. That's good news. That's a good thing to have. Let's see. Gemini, you're gonna do stuff and think about things. Yeah, that's what it all comes down to, basically. Why is everything in retrograde this month? Apparently, it's Mercury. Mercury is in retrograde until the 22nd, and apparently Mercury affects everybody, no matter what your sign is. So that's pretty interesting. And here's the thing. You know what? I could bring it up. I'll bring up the site real quick just to show you guys. So that way, you guys don't need me to read this. I'm just reading, a web page. You can go here and look yourself. So yeah, this is what I do horoscope.com. So I read this part, but underneath this, there's some more. So if you're interested in a more in-depth thing, you can have a look here. So it'll talk about days that'll stand out to you maybe, or days that'll be challenging for you. It'll rate that your today's ratings maybe, kind of a prediction, who you can be friends with, and then you can even go more in depth if you're like, hey, listen, I wanna talk about my career maybe. So you can click on that, and for Libra, for today, tomorrow, weekly, or monthly, it'll have some more information for you, and you can change your sign. So I think it's pretty cool. It's so if you want to know for 2021, you can also check how the entire year is predicted to be for you. So in my opinion, that's pretty cool. I'll go back to the thing. So I was thinking that this might be a fun thing to do at the beginning of every month. because this is this month's prediction. There might be a whole new prediction for all of you guys next month. So for July, maybe in the first week of July, I can just read out people's horoscopes again, just as a chill, 45-minute stream, as opposed to some of my more intense streams. So again, even if you don't believe in it, just like a fortune cookie. And it might give you ideas to think about things and focus on, certain aspects of your life, relationship, love, future education, money making, that kind of thing. So I think that might be fun. Will there ever be a face reveal? Well, if you consider this face, yeah, but real face, probably not. It's a scary world out there. Every time I hear more news updates of YouTube stuff, I'm just like, oh my gosh, scary, real scary. What a nice and chill stream. Can't wait for the next month. Yeah, I think that should be fun. So thanks for joining me for the announcements. I'm glad I was able to talk a little bit about the situation with Twitch. I'll have to get on that HTTV thing for Twitch, and I'll have to finish my posts for, for YouTube membership. So something to think about. Let's see. Reflect on the past. That's what you've been doing for the last 2 years. Yeah, well, a little bit of reflection is good, but if you find that you're lingering in the past a little bit too much, sometimes you do have to just say, okay, I've thought about this all I can. What's done is done. I can't necessarily change things. Hopefully, I've kind of learned from some of my mistakes, and I'm going to move forward. So yeah, if you find you're too much in the past, sometimes you just got to focus on one day at a time, present, and then maybe what you want to do for the future and start setting some of those changes in motion. So, can I sing something pretty, please? I'm so sorry. I can't actually sing. I really can't sing. I'm entirely tone deaf. It's weird. I can't explain it. Not gonna lie. Let's see. Not gonna lie. Kind of helps someone saying this stuff so you'll try to go forward. Yeah, because that's the thing. If you don't necessarily have a lot of people in your life, sometimes reading this almost feels like you've got someone that knows you and cares about you giving you advice, like a little pep talk, like, hey, you know what, later in this month, I think things are going to be going positively, so maybe at that point in time, consider your options and try to make changes. Put yourself out there if you're looking for a relationship, that kind of thing. So I think psychologically, possible mysticism aside, psychologically, I think there's something to horoscopes. You honestly respect the refrain from showing the face. Should probably get around to changing this account name soon. Yeah. Let's see. You're probably fine as you are, but the second, you start even making comments, people can stalk you and stuff. It's weird. No reason to knock those who believe. Yeah, exactly. If you believe it, that's the thing. Whether you actually believe in it or not, everybody's got something to gain. If you believe you're spiritual or feel that you're spiritual or, there's magic and stuff, then you get something from it. If you say, oh, well, this is just psychological, it gets people to kind of consider things they maybe necessarily weren't at the time, then you get something from it. Everybody's a winner. Let's see. You cheated us out of singing during the PPG stream. I kind of sung, so yeah, tone deaf. That's an English word. It's like we don't really, and exaggerating aside, I actually think I might be tone deaf. I have trouble differentiating between notes. I mean, if they're right next to each other, usually I can say, oh, well, this note is higher than the other note. But otherwise, I can't differentiate at all. I don't know what a C sounds like. I don't know what A or B, I don't know. I don't even know notes themselves. It's not good. You're very right, but depression is a tricky mistress. Yeah, it is. And, if this can help you, if this can get you to, almost like a goal, a challenge, maybe you weren't considering money affairs this month, but then you read the horoscope and it talks about, hey, this is a good month. Maybe look for employment, look for a better employer. Maybe that can spur the change, to look into things, Maybe it'll cause you to dust off that old resume and put it out there, on LinkedIn or all these other sites. And maybe, just maybe, somebody will see that and it'll be a better employer with better money and better opportunities. So, I could probably do indie pop, maybe with a lot of auto-tuning. Let's see. Okay, you feel like tarot readings are kind of a pep talk too. I like those. I wish I could understand them, but yeah, you're right. Like if you get the death card, it's like, well, that's okay because death means new beginnings. You're going to try something that you haven't necessarily been involved with until now. And that could make, me as a person, if I hear that, well, I'll give a little bit of a personal story. If you looked at Aquarius's horoscopes, right around the beginning of this year, it's like, hey, listen, it's the year of Aquarius, okay? You're going to be seeing all sorts of opportunities. You need to go for those opportunities. You can make money. You can improve your situation. And what was happening with me right around the beginning of the year is that I was getting the VTuber stuff made, commissioning it, reaching out to people who do the rigging for it, looking into emotes to commission, artwork for the streams, and I'm someone that suffers from a lot of anxiety and self-doubt. So no matter what I'm doing, there's always that feeling like, oh, this is gonna be a waste of money. I'm gonna waste my time, and worst case, I'm probably gonna get humiliated because nobody's gonna like it, or it's gonna fall apart. But to see that, hey, now's the time to make money. This is your year. You can do it. If you've been wondering about whether you should do something, try doing it. I was like, oh, I kind of feel better. I mean, I would have done the VTuber thing without it. I don't need it, but it helps sometimes, for someone to say, this is your month, you can do it. Oh gosh, no pencil. More to come if you rap with JoJo/Phoenix. The Mojo Jojo rap, yeah. I came just for the personality, so just doing the VTuber thing is perfectly fine. Yeah, showing your face is terrifying. It absolutely is. This is my second stream. Whoa, wow, your legal guardian. Your legal guardian is homosexual. Nice to see ya. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Hopefully you got to see your horoscope read out if that's something that you think is fun. If not, the VOD will be available. You'll be able to see it. Collab with another VTuber? I don't really know how to do that. Like, how would we both get our models on the screen at the same time? And plus, I'm really awkward to be around. I'm always afraid that they're going to spend time with me and think like, oh, this person's really annoying. I don't want to do that again. Or what if we do a collab and then like I'm so busy and like I don't like stay in touch with them? They might think that I hate them. Collabs are scary. Oh gosh, somebody else just super chatted with the $5. Oron. Let's see. You definitely didn't waste your time and everyone loves your avatar. That's so nice. I'm so glad. Because that's the thing you worry about, if you suffer from insecurity, whether most of the time it's all in your head. Talk singing doesn't count. It certainly does. Let's see. You gotta sing the B-movie script. Yes, not read, sing. Let's see. Is there a possibility for more theatrical style group reading, like with the PPG script, but with spooky stories? Everyone was so good, it'd be really cool. That might be a good idea. Yeah, we'd have to end up with a script that is, like, has specific parts and stuff. So if there is, like, kind of like a shorter script that you can read in, like, an hour and a half, we might want to look into that, because that was a lot of fun. You could definitely say if you're depressed, finding a purpose or a goal to work towards really, really helps. Well, that's good advice, yeah. If anybody's, feeling down or is specifically diagnosed with depression, a goal can help. And that's another thing, like what the horoscope for the month does, it gives you something to focus on. And then whether you actually meet the goal or not, that's okay, because next month it'll have something new to focus on. So little steps in the right direction. Is it going to solve all your problems and give you the answers to life? No. But it might help you put the power, like you've always had the power to do it. Like me, I was doing this before I even looked into horoscopes for fun. You've always had the power to do it, but maybe this will help you, encourage you to use that power and to get where you're trying to go. Unis Honest gave you a point in life. I started out hating Unis Honest because I'm like, it's not video games. I'm not going to watch live action skits. And then by the end of it, I was like, no, it's over. He's deleting everything. No. You just started building your portfolio. That's right. I think I got some DMs about some stuff you did. So once I answer the DMs, we'll have to see about showing it if it's something you want us people to see on stream. Let's see. Just don't draw the happy squirrel card. I get that reference. Nice Simpsons reference. Let's see. The good thing about all astrological things, it feels like a ton of positive vibes that help a ton. Sometimes to walk towards. Yeah, exactly. At worst, the most negative I've seen is where it's like, hey, listen, be cautious. There's going to be some stuff happening the early part of the month, and you might experience some confusion or upheaval. Which I think that's also, even though that's like almost a negative forecast, I think that can be positive because most people experience confusion at least at some point in the month, you know. So it's like, hey, if things are upheaval or you're experiencing lots of confusion, that's okay, you know. Use that time to focus on your own mental health, and then later in the month, maybe you can try branching out a little bit, you know, leaving your little space for just you, and then maybe you can put yourself out there a little bit more. You're kidding, your avatar is hella cute. You're good. Oh, thank you. That's really nice. I appreciate that, Jag. Let's see, that's too dangerous. It'll be too much horror. It'll be too cursed is what it will be. I think No Pencil was specifically getting more and more poisoned. The cancer was spreading in his lungs the longer we read that script out. And MissKittens, you always collab. That'll be great. I'm so excited for things to move forward with you. That'll be such a fun thing to do. Yeah, MissKittens made an excellent Bubbles. If anybody wants to say hi to Bubbles from the script, that would be our very own MissKittens. You gotta go, thanks for the stream. Thank you, Miner. I hope you had a good time. And I hope you have a good rest of your day, too. The Ghost Mad, coolio. Thank you. I don't even watch VTubers, but I really like your avatar. Oh my gosh, I'm so behind. Thank you, I appreciate that, Leo. I'm glad. Yeah, I wondered if it would alienate a lot of people going towards VTube, but I figured that it would be going from no face to a face, instead of going from my normal face, my actual face, to a slightly less expressive fake face. So I figured it was an upgrade rather than a downgrade. Should think about the same. Honestly, found this channel. It was quite by accident. It was something very happy about. One of the few streamers I genuinely find entertaining and sincere. That's so nice. Thank you, Richard. I'm glad you're having fun here. Hopefully I can keep that up. Have you seen Mr. Hop's Playhouse? A sequel recently came out. I saw Markiplier play the original. I gotta play the sequel. Get that Twitch faction, fam. You hear Batwoman is pretty bad. Should we do an episode of Batwoman? Oh my gosh. Clippy is kind of like a VTuber. Oh, the sentient paperclip with eyes for old, like, yeah. Dang. That's a blast from the past. What really sells it is that you avoid the fake anime voice. That puts me off every time. I agree. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings that do the baby voices, but, and this is purely a me issue, but when I see, or, you know, when people are, like, doing the baby voice, it almost makes me feel like they're role-playing a child. And it makes me really uncomfortable to think that I'm talking to someone that is role-playing a child. I don't know. It's that's a me issue, not a them issue, though, is the thing. Like when I did Call of Cthulhu, the tabletop game, role-playing game, I couldn't even role-play that. I had to talk about my character in third person, like, oh, my person would do this. I think it's reasonable that my character would do this, you know. That's how skeeved out I get with roleplay, and every time I hear someone doing a fake voice, it feels like roleplay, and I get a little bit, ugh. Let's see, that's kind of CBT basics. Must be a different CBT than what I'm familiar with. Self-doubt really holds a lot of people back. Yeah, exactly. If you've got anxiety or you're introverted, then you need pep talks. Yeah. And getting past that can inspire others to do the same. Absolutely. Hear me out. Riverdale. Oh god, the Riverdale show. Yeah. Gosh, I've heard of that. I've seen people making videos about how bad Riverdale is. Depression is sometimes because of chemical stuff like lack of dopamine or serotonin. Not always, though. So it's always good to reach for professional advice if you feel like you have depression. Yeah, absolutely. If you have depression, then all the friends in the world isn't necessarily going to solve your problem. You should absolutely talk to a professional. But having a good support group definitely can help at least a little bit. And sometimes, you know, seeing a horoscope with a pep talk saying, hey, you can do it this month, that might help too. So yeah, again, it's friendship and love is no, just like, you know, any kind of health problem, physical or otherwise, you're going to want to get professional help and, you know, hopefully get something that can help you rather than just getting positive vibes from people you know. Let's see. Oh god, I'm so far. Sweating bullets. Let's see. They tend to be what you make of them. If you want something good, that's what you'll take away from them. Yeah. Avatar has thigh high squish. That's just a fact I'm putting out there. My avatar? Yeah, it does actually. Funny enough. I guess I said I'd give a view once I get affiliate status, or did I make it a sub goal? I don't remember. Okay, tell you what, just this one time. All right, because I actually did get art of the entire model. Let me see here. So this is the entire model. I guess I could show you guys, and it's pretty cool in my opinion. Very neat, and it moves, you know, when I move, so Very cool. So, I like it. Oh, wait, no. All right, there we go. I almost put it all the way back down. I think this is about where I was. Yeah, is that good? Okay, I think that's good. All right. Look how they massacred your boy. Where the hell does that Powerpuff Girl thumbnail come from? That's actually an episode from the OG show. A bunch of criminals decided to LARP as the Powerpuff Girls, so they put on a mask and a dress, and for some reason, everybody in Townsville thought they were the Powerpuff Girls. So they started beating people up and, like, robbing banks, and everyone's like, why are the Powerpuff Girls going crazy? And then the Powerpuff Girls had to fight against them. So yeah, that's an OG cartoon episode. Let's see. We need to start suggesting collab games in Discord. Big hype for Ghost Kittens collabs. Yeah. I'm terrible with collabs. I think I've only collabed with like 4 people on this channel in its entirety. The reason is that I get nervous and then like I make plans and then I don't want to follow through with those plans. It's just like with me and real life friends. It's and then I feel like I've got them on the line for too long and then Let's see. An actual episode of the series. I think VTuber helps a lot because people are bored or depressed. Because of, the year's issues, but VTuber maybe gives them a bit of love. Yeah, a VTuber is essentially just a mascot. You know, a streamer with a mascot face. Let's see, you have traumatic past with role-playing. No, it just feels really weird for me to act, to play a character. It feels like lying, I guess. I recently have to take care of some kids in, like, a nursery setting, and so even when they're, like, playing along with me, I have the hardest trouble. It's so awkward. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I can't play a character. It's weird. Let's see. Fakeness alone gives you pause for some VTubers. Yeah, some of them feel a bit corporate. Some of them are just there to play a role, you know, and that's one of the hard things. I actually have a YouTuber I like and that I regularly watch, Dr. Wolfula, but like when he streams live, I usually don't say anything if I do make it to a stream because, you know, it's like, do I make comments about, videos and stuff? Because at the same time, he's pretending to be like an alien wolf or something, you know? So it's just really weird. Playing along with it feels weird. I don't know. I can't do it. Cognitive behavior therapy, CBT. Okay, that is a different CBT than what I'm used to seeing. Good. I literally just got an email from me. Riverdale is the best series you've ever seen. I always struggle with anxiety, guilt, and all that jazz. I just put things in good anxiety and bad anxiety and try. Yeah. I hear you on the anxiety. I sympathize so much. I actually had such bad anxiety that when I was like driving to work, and I got a new job that was very combative. It's a call center job, if you know what I mean. So you know how those can get. I actually got like heart palpitations for like a week. Like they would just come on and off, just like every couple minutes. So I think there's physiologically, I think, you know, I'm just like, oh, I'm really shy. I think that I'm someone that should technically be medicated for anxiety, but I'm not gonna do that. I can fight it. I can win, maybe, hopefully. But yeah. Let's see. Oh, she looks nice. Glad everybody liked the design. And Eve Benning Herbie. The high squish. It's a really good looking model. Absolutely. And if you like the model, the artist, as well as the individual who applied animation rigging, is in the description. Goth Lunical is the artist. They are wonderful. They're a Korean artist, and they've actually done legit licensed artwork for Genshin Impact. So and they have a Pixiv account. You can find that on their Twitter. I would drop a line and say, hey, I like your stuff. You know, you did a great job with the mirror. Very, very cool. The people of Townsville aren't the brightest bulbs. Yeah. Glad you know that off the top of your head. Yes. The model has long hair. I never would have guessed. Yeah. You can barely see the braid when I turn my head sometimes. Braids are really hard. Braids are really hard. That's one of the best PPG episodes. Yeah. Go ahead with your plans. Experiment. I know, right? I've been taking that advice more and more often. Like that PPG thing. If I weren't streaming, I never would have had the courage to do that. But the more I stream, the more I do, I'm learning to kind of like do silly things and not worry so much about people, you know, trying to make me feel bad or hurt me. And even if they do, because I've had that, you know, that's the thing. The longer you're on the internet, the more likely somebody's going to try to attack you or do crazy stuff. And we actually had that happen fairly recently. And it's like, it's not as bad My fear, me being afraid of it was worse than when it actually happened, my expectation of it. So you start to get slightly thicker skin. And while it's nice to be soft sometimes for your own safety and your own well-being, you do have to get a thicker skin, because the fact matters is that, anonymity gives people more balls than they would normally have. So they might be hurtful, or they might even say it not expecting it to hurt you. So you gotta be willing to act silly and just not care what people think, I think. Nah, the grown-up men are the real Powerpuff Girls. The small ones were just stronger and took over. Uwu welcome to the stream. I am Namira-chan, Uwu. God help me. Some do IRL streams like Bunny GIF and Tiffany Witcher. Well, that's pretty cool. Good for them. Did somebody say CBT? Not that CBT. Cognitive behavioral trauma? It's not that CBT. I know, I made the same mistake. Depression Squad represented. Oh, God. Read that in Bubble's voice, yeah. Every friend you've ever had worked call centers has said it's absolutely an unpleasant and harrowing job. Some people can be needlessly mean over the phone. I actually liked it. I guess it's different. I'll put it this way. I was less vulnerable working at a call center than I am working the channel. Because people at a call center, they don't know what you look like. They don't know a single thing about you other than the 10-minute call, aside from your voice. Whereas on this channel, I put most of myself into this channel. So like the decisions that, so if a decision is bad or it's stupid or people hate it, it's like, oh no, that was my idea. People don't like my idea. That's more likely to hurt you. If people have an issue with the model, I didn't necessarily do the art. I know the artist is a fantastic artist, which means that if people don't like the model, that's an issue with my design, my vision for it. Or if I want to do a stream and then my internet cuts out, it's like, that hurts. But with a call center, it's just like they don't know a thing. If they're angry at the company, So I never actually got hurt, ever. And I had some people try. But yeah. Nemir for Genshin. Block used to work at a call center too. She absolutely hated it. Yeah, I had very rare, in like the 1.5 to 2 years I worked there, I only had I'd say about 20 bad calls. And people the amount of times people were like, "Oh, I thought you were a robot, sorry." I'm like, nope, I'm here. I think it's the voice. I have a slightly different voice when I do the call thing. I had a whole spiel I would have to give at the beginning. What was it? Hi there, this is so-and-so with the so-and-so department. May I please get your name and the first 4 digits of your social security number? I think that was my spiel. Yeah, I've almost forgotten. I can't believe I've forgotten, but here we are. No one here is judging you, really like your kind of personality. And that's the cool thing. It's okay if you don't. I think I've gotten to a point where, I'm not as worried or insecure if people do hate it. It's nice to have people that do, but if you do ever have issues, don't feel afraid to bring it up or let me know. Yeah, the more you stream, the more we simp now. Thoughts on tier 3 subs. I kind of worry about people that do that. Because, on one hand, it's somebody with, ideally, it's someone with a disposable income that's like, oh, well, whatever, I'm super stable, and I like seeing this. Maybe I'll subscribe, and, I'll get emotes, and I'll get to show off my sub badge, which has really cool artwork. And that's it. But other times, tier 3 subs, I don't know what price tier 3 subs are. Is that like $20 and up or something? I don't know how it works. But some of them are looking for affection or intimacy, and it's in the wrong place. Because odds are, you're not going to get that from throwing money at somebody, let alone throwing money at a stranger online that's performing for an audience. I wouldn't recommend doing it, even if it's someone that you're meeting with in real life, one-on-one. Throwing money at them isn't gonna buy love. It's just gonna cause them to have love for your money. So if they find someone with more money, then if there's no love there, they're just gonna hop ship to someone more rich. Or if your money runs out, like you run into financial troubles and you lose your job, if all they loved was your money and that money's gone, then they're gonna go somewhere else too. So I worry about them. In fact, recently, did you guys hear about that one streamer that just got exposed for scamming people? God, what was it? I just saw it on Tipster News. Let me find Yeah, Kiara Kitty. There's somebody out there, a streamer called Kiara Kitty, who I believe is on Twitch, and there's been kind of a issue right now where she was bragging to like a Discord mod about how she would specifically take advantage of people. Like, she would specifically go to forums where she knew, like, odds are if you're on this forum, you're lonely, you don't necessarily have a lot of friends or family, and then she would make up stuff about, like, having a growth in her kidney, take money, and then just, like, disappear. And how the more she found out about you, if she knew you were vulnerable, she would go harder on you. Like, she said she specifically picked one guy because she heard his dad died, and so she would specifically draw him in by acting like he was part of like a family, like he had a family with her, and then she took like $20,000 or something like this. And I would say alleged, but it's literally her saying these things and bragging about it. She's like, I was born to be a scammer. I'm really good. I am really good. And now I'm a streamer, so I don't necessarily have to do it anymore. But and then she would get into relationships with people, but then like make up a story about how she was sexually abused by her father, so that's why she wouldn't sleep with them, and then she would be with them for like a year and like use all the money they could and then jump to somebody else. So be careful. I think my demographic is mostly men. Be really careful, because at the end of the day, you can't buy love, you can't buy affection. You can, I guess you could technically buy intimacy, but you shouldn't, okay, because it's hollow. Just be really careful, because there's a lot of streamers out there, and sometimes it's not even the streamer's fault. Sometimes the streamer is just there to play games and there to say hi, and then other people will project a relationship. I think it's called parasocial relationships. So it's not always a predatory streamer doing it, but you need to be really careful. If you are about to donate to someone, even if it's me, if you're about to donate to someone, you have to ask yourself, is this just because I've got the disposable income and I'm having a good time and I want people to see my message or my joke, or I want to say something witty, or am I hoping that this person and I will become best friends, or that maybe one day this person and I will be here in the future? If your question is leaning more towards that second thing, then spend that money on yourself, and just I don't know what to say. Don't give money to streamers if you're looking for something. So be real careful. Other people are just like, I've considered donating. I'm really cheap, so I haven't. I've considered donating to YouTubers, streamers, etc. But I've never done so thinking, this person and I could one day be super best friends, and maybe they'll notice me more if I give them money. Don't do that. Don't do that. You've got the PTSD of the call center. I'm super behind on comment. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to scroll down faster. Quarantine, pandemic, economic crisis is a bad combination. I feel you. Yeah. Afraid of getting a job because of verbal abuse from bosses. You can't handle it. Yeah. It was your first job. I'm so sorry to hear that. Hopefully where you are, there's HR departments. I mean, you could even bring that up to HR. Like, if you do get a job, meet with them and say, hey, listen, I've got anxiety, I've got some thin skin. I don't want to get any verbal abuse from, higher ups. Does that happen here? How are things working here? You can ask about it. Feel free to. And if they're like, well, they're allowed to say whatever they want to you, then maybe you shouldn't be working there. But if they're like, hey, listen, if anybody speaks to you inappropriately, you need to talk to HR about that. So that's my 2 cents on that. Let's see. She said nothing. She said shrimps. Yeah, I said shrimps. I need to say that. Basically spend money on Twitch like you would Netflix. Yeah, or like if you were gonna buy lunch or something, like lunch in a show. Congratulations on 243 followers on Twitch. Nice. That's why you stay poor. Oh gosh. Hopefully you can get a nest egg going and treat yourself to something nice. Let's see. Streaming in general is mostly parasocial relationships. As long as you accept and can handle that, then it's all good. Yeah, that's something I worry about a lot, because I like streaming because I get to play the game and talk to you guys. And I think people who like streaming like streaming because they could see the game while sort of it feels like you're playing it with me, because we experience everything at the same time, and you can give me advice and you can make fun of the monsters, and as it's happening, you can actually talk to and interact with a streamer. Pre-recorded videos don't have that same feeling, in my opinion. So yeah, hopefully it's just a, hey, this person is playing a game. I can kind of play the game along with them a little bit, talk, make jokes. Yeah, and that's concrete. That's something that you can bet on if you come to one of my streams. Sometimes I don't read the chat so much because I'm scared or a lot of stuff is happening, but you know. What about that GTA RP guy who faked his death because he got exposed for using cheats? That guy is not very cool. If what I've heard is correct and he really did fake his death just to make the group who banned him feel bad, then that's pretty bad. Sounds like just chatting. Yeah. I mean, let's not pretend like these people didn't know what they were in for. Some of I know, they have the same responsibility. Like if you give money to a person online that you've never met and has never really personally interacted with you, you should know that you're basically throwing that money away. And if you're comfortable with throwing money away, go right ahead. But if you're like, I'm gonna give her $1,000 and then something good will, don't do it. Don't do it. When you said Kiara, you thought you meant HoloLive. Oh, I've heard the news about HoloLive too, the dragon one, which is a shame. A dragon VTuber is a really good idea. If I hadn't gotten Ghost to fit with the theme of the channel, I would have either been a dragon VTuber or moth VTuber. So, I heard she kind of... it sounds like maybe I'm projecting, but it sounds like she didn't leave of her own accord, if you know what I mean. I saw Omni, who is kind of like a commentary, daily news channel, and he talked about it a little bit. And it sounds like because she acknowledged that Taiwan was a fucking country, I don't think she even acknowledged it. She didn't even come out right and say it. She showed analytics, and the analytics listed countries, and on the list of analytics was Taiwan. That was enough to completely ruin her career, and it's I don't know. If you're interested, I would look up the Omni video on it, because it sounds like, even though the company was like, yeah, it's such a shame, we're gonna respect her wishes, it's a shame she wants to leave, but it sounds like she was blacklisted for a while, and she was absent from a lot of the Christmas specials, and yeah. So in my opinion, there's something fishy going on there. And that's the thing I worry about. A lot of VTubers don't own their characters. A lot of VTubers are completely at the mercy of the company. So if the company's like, hey, we don't want you anymore, you're out of there. You have to leave. You can't have your character. You can't have, whatever you were doing. It's scary. It's scary. And yeah. Let's see. All right, people are talking. Oh god, I'm so behind, it's actually cutting off on my multi-stream thing. I'm gonna have to just scroll down. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna have to scroll down. I'm missing a lot of good stuff, though. The most fun you have is just making rubbish jokes and banter and see people. Yeah, exactly. It's more about the community and the experiencing the game than people vying for my attention or, So, yeah, crazy stuff. You've been wondering whose live streams these belong to. I completely forgot that you had a channel to change your name. Wow. Yeah, hi, Sir Hugs a lot. Welcome to the party. I'm a VTuber now, and I changed my name. So, hi. Today's an update stream, so there's no game here today. I read people's horoscopes as a joke, so if you've got a horoscope, you can look back in the stream or on the VOD, and you might find some funny pep talk news. Let's see. Yeah, Kiryu Coco or something like that. Yeah, if you're expecting something nice from a 1K donation, it's not a gift, but more of an attempt to... That's another thing. I get really uncomfortable with, like, gifts and stuff, because there are some people that'll be like, remember that time I gave you that money? And how can you not agree with me when I've given you money? I actually had someone try to leverage that recently, like a couple months ago, where they completely went mask off, where they were like, I support your streams, how can you not have my back? And I'm like, well, I have a difference of opinion. It's nothing personal, but I strongly believe that the discord that's being caused here, I can't back that. And then they tried to pull well, I'm glad I never spent money on your streams. And it was like, well, okay, all right then. So yeah, I don't like it when people try to, give money and then use it as leverage to get you to do something. So yeah. It's a tough world. I guess this is technically an entertainment job, so it gets a little hairy sometimes, but, and me being introverted, this is the last hobby or job I should ever have. How I even got to this point is completely ludicrous, but it's just something you have to think about, and try to do your best in. And the pressures of having it at a job, like publicly in entertainment, that involves you interacting with tons of people as an audience is so different than just having a job where, oh, I come here and I do this and this is my job and maybe I'll talk to my bosses, maybe I have clients I talk to. It's completely different. You think she left on her own because she's already a millionaire and wanted to do her own stuff instead of dodging... Yeah. She started doing her private YouTube channel again. I hope that's the case, because from what I heard, they made it unbearable on her. Not just the anti-whatevers, but also the people that were supposed to be her company and supposed to be looking out for her. From what I've heard, it could all just be a weird miscommunication, but the more I hear about it, the more slimy the company looks. At least she still streams in person, though. That's good. That's wonderful. Let's see, she restarted her previous channel like 3 months ago. That's wonderful news. Mentioning Taiwan, John Cena, which is to know your location. Thoughts on 40K? I keep seeing funny memes about it. I'm like, man, I really wish I could get into that. But then there's like 80 million books, and I don't really do tabletop stuff as it is, so. Let's see. Okay, it's like and I hate the way they call it graduation. I had no idea what that word meant, but it basically means you're leaving the company, whether you want to or not. It almost sounds like promotion to customer, except promotion to customer is always used as kind of a mean way to say it. Like, yeah, you're getting promoted to customer. It's like sassy, Graduated sounds really gross, in my opinion. I don't like how they say it. Like, if they become a VTuber with a different company, maybe you could call it graduated, but I don't know. There's a lot of, I don't know, maybe I'm not a very good VTuber, but a lot of stuff that goes on with VTubing makes me uncomfortable, and I think it's not that good. I don't know. Maybe I'm just an old lady. Yeah, Coco Free, she clearly got roasted because of her behavior. Yeah, sorry. A lot of VTubers are basically like J-pop stars, exactly. And I've never liked the idol, the pop star idol way of things. It always felt really bad for both the idol and the people following the idol. Like the things they put those idols through, the restrictive diets, and there's a nasty dark underbelly with being an idol. Things that the managers will make you do. It's so corrupt, and it's awful. It's really awful. And the VTubers are almost like a virtual version of that, and I'm not liking that at all. So that's why I'm so glad to be, I commissioned this. I'm my own boss. I can talk about Taiwan if I want to, So that might, being a one-man show is a little bit difficult, and you'll lose out on a lot of money. But at the same time, you don't feel like you're enslaved to anybody. So, crazy stuff. Do you know about that chess drama? As in, like, that Time Critical beat XQC? No, I don't know. A lot of people give $1,000 donations to get a big reaction from the streamer, then they do a fraud chargeback on it, which I think actually costs the streamer money. I've heard about that, yeah. I think there's some settings you can do where you will only get it'll only go through, like, if it's a trusted person or if that person has donated for a long time, and built up a rapport. But yeah, that's pretty scummy. Reminds me of those awful stories regarding winning the lottery because some cheapskate used lottery tickets as a form of tip. Yeah, unless they give a gift and wink, then they expect something. It's been very cool to see your development as a horror YouTuber to a horror VTuber. How much of it was planned? I had the idea as a joke right around Thanksgiving. Someone, I forget who it was some celebrity that actually shows their face. I think it was Pokimane, where remember how she decided to, like, become a VTuber and everyone got really mad at her because they're like, I mean, in my opinion, I don't think it was right to do this because from what I saw, people were like, "How dare you become a VTuber? You're gonna take over the market, and all these struggling indie VTubers aren't gonna have a platform, or they're gonna get lost in the sauce or something." Which I don't think makes a lot of sense. If somebody's popular, they should be able to use whatever kind of media they want, But on the other hand, I do kind of understand because VTubing is going to get super saturated, just like YouTubing got super saturated and Let's Plays got super saturated. The time is coming. If you want to be a VTuber, do it now, very quickly. But I saw that and I was like, hey, maybe I should do that. People are always asking me to show my face, and I'd like to give people a mascot, because right now my current avatar is from Uzumaki by Junji Ito. It'd be nice to have something I own the rights to. And yeah, so. If you clarify that it's non-refundable, PayPal will accept chargeback disputes. If you clarify that it's non-refundable. I wish that would be a setting, like once you make the thing, you can't charge it back. That would make a lot of sense. Talk to Bait, he's a big 40k expert. Yeah, I've heard. Several people just talked about how Live Bait is such a 40k expert. You run an absurd amount of tabletop RPGs of 40k. It's honestly ridiculous, but your players love it, so you keep it going. That's wonderful. That's a good thing to do. You hope more people get smart, or women get smart with money and keep I agree that, like, it's a hustle to wring people out of money, but it still makes me feel a bit sad, because the people that are getting preyed on are usually people with issues. Like, they specifically don't have friends, they don't have family, they get attached easy. And you can say it's their own fault, which you're technically right. But it still makes me feel really sad, because I wish they would take that money and instead use that money to maybe, you know, if they have issues with something in their life, use that money to improve it. Maybe so they can meet somebody that's on the same page as them. Graduation is a Japanese idol term. Oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I still hate it. Graduating sounds like they're killing them off. I know, right? It's like, oh, she retired. Let's see. Oh yeah, it sounds hypocritical. Haha, look, you've grown bigger, you have rings now. But it's just like, we're done with you, leave. Yeah, exactly. You never liked pop star idol. Yeah, I don't like the fans of pop idols, because generally they're kind of destructive, obsessive, and mean. Not only to the idol themselves, but also to the fans. Yeah, I would get really annoyed if I had to go somewhere and I had fans and they were just screaming. I hate that. That's why I'm so glad you guys are so normal. I don't have stands. I don't want stands, you know. I just want people that are like, hey, that's kind of cool. I like that. Maybe I'll come by and be positive. The idol industry makes what Disney does to their child stars look like. Yeah. The idol industry has some disgusting stuff going on it. Hololive are technically an idol company. All VTubers release singles and stuff. I guess so. I guess maybe that's what got under my skin, because when you think YouTuber, you think somebody with a camera and something they want to do, and they want to show it to other people. But then you've got the VTubers, and you're like, oh, it's a person that instead of showing their face uses a virtual image, you know, to either look like a cool mascot, or because they're too afraid to show their face. And now they're doing stuff. But no, it's not like that at all. It's a company, a soulless corporation that hired someone and gave them a character, and then they're playing games, you know. That person may actually be really cool, but at the end of the day, they're not even the YouTuber or VTuber you're really thinking of or like. I guess it just feels like, remember in the early days of YouTube when it got exposed that some popular YouTubers weren't actually YouTubers at all, they were just actors hired by corporations to make money? It just feels almost like deceitful, which maybe that's a stupid way to look at it, but yeah. Wings and DSP could tell you all about chargebacks. Could you survive being canceled? I'm so small, I don't think I can be canceled. It's like, hey, look at this nobody, they suck, aren't they awful? Get them. And then I would probably get a lot of downvotes and mean comments for like a week and a half. And then I would keep going. But I don't have any sponsors to attack. I haven't like done or said anything too scary on stream, unless you count acknowledging Taiwan. So I don't think I've said anything too big. But maybe, I don't know. The thing about being canceled is if you just keep going, you might lose sponsorship, you might lose monetization, but you can still keep going. Unless they go after your platform and they get your platform removed, which would be kind of bad. Lost in the sauce. Yeah. Let's see, the end times for VTubers are nigh. I think they're reaching their zenith here pretty soon. PewDiePie VTuber was really a fun thing. It's amazing that it generated controversy, and if anything, that makes me nervous by the usual VTuber fans. The VTuber community is a little bit like the art community, if you know what I mean. And if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Scary bunch, a very scary bunch that will immediately try to hurt you if they don't like anything you do. So, yeah. Let's see. Hopefully you'll kill your toys next time. Yeah, I'm so sorry, Ava. I played Call of Cthulhu, the tabletop role-playing game, and I killed Ava twice. I'm sorry. It had to happen, all right? We had to seal away that monster. She retired forever. How to meet a partner. Find a hobby or purpose and the right partner will come along eventually. Yeah, that's what I would recommend. If you're lonely in real life and you're like... Because the thing is, a lot of people get lonely right after school because they realize if they're not going to school, they're not being put along with other people that they might find shared interests with. What you need to do is you need to take the money that you would normally give to a streamer or whatever, take that money and use it on a cooking class. Go to the cooking class. Try to talk to people. If they give you the cold shoulder or they're really snotty or, whatever, dodged a bullet. You're not interested in that person anyway. Because, if they don't like you, then why should you like them, So, take cooking classes. There's all sorts of community stuff. If you look at where you live, community-wise, I guarantee you there's other people doing that same exact thing, trying to find other people. And hey, maybe you have a fun friend for cooking class, and maybe you guys get along so well that maybe you hang out outside of it. And I know a lot of comic book shops also do, like, in the comic book place itself, they'll have events where they, like, go and play Yu-Gi-Oh! Or they go and play Pokemon, or they have D&D stuff. Go there. I understand it's really hard because I was someone that would be very shy to the point where I wouldn't talk to other people unless they came up and talked to me first. And I wish I had overcome that, while I was in school. I'm still kind of like that. But you just have to take the plunge. Maybe they laugh at you, in which case now you know that you don't want to be around that person, or they're rude to you, in which case, yeah, you don't want to be around that person. But confidence itself is kind of a positive thing. Maybe not douchey confidence, but confidence. I've got something in my eye. Hang on. I called you normal? Yes, you guys are normal. I promise. Normos. You guys are normos to the highest degree. You forgot that girl's name, that fake vlog. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. For you don't interact with anyone if the chat flies through the stream. Yeah, the bigger you are, the harder it is to have. Harder it is to have streams, even on slow mode. You do think using a VTuber rig instead of facecam as a horror streamer is genius? I hope so. I'm glad it's doing well. You live to see the day when anime girl niche streamer calls you a normie. The positives of being a nobody, yeah. Yeah, she's so low I can't beat. Yeah, I'm already at rock bottom. Where am I gonna go? A Normal Podcast is your sponsor. Yeah, Keemstar proved that you can survive, absolutely. To some extent, even James Charles proved that you can survive being cancelled. Let's see. The worst is VMS with Pika Me. She's super scared all the time. Yeah. You keep going and get them back in a few months. Yeah, exactly. We're already at the bottom, only upwards. Remember Logan Paul? Yeah, look, if Logan Paul can survive going to a foreign land, going to a forest that is famous for suicides in this foreign land, and then laughing and filming and posting a video of them, filming an unfortunate individual that took their life, then if he can come back from that, then you can. Being canceled is mostly in your head. Yeah. Because as people, if you have a group of people telling you you're bad and that you should just quit, then we kind of want to take their advice like, oh gosh, everybody hates me. I must be an awful person. Sometimes that's true, sometimes. But unfortunately, there's a lot of mob mentality, and you'll get a lot of people, especially kids and teens, that are riding high off of the, I'm going to punish that person. And that's what a lot of it is. That's why people are so afraid of Twitter, and Twitter has such a toxic reputation, is people get something out of, get personal enjoyment off of being a punisher to other people, because that not only means that they're right and they're righteous, but that other person is evil, and that they're doing not only being righteous, but they're doing a service by punishing the person who is bad, whether they deserve it or not. So so sometimes you just have to say, listen, I don't think I did anything wrong. And that's why you shouldn't apologize unless you're really sure you did something wrong. You can apologize that other people got offended by what you said, but unless you know for sure that what you said was hurtful, then I don't see the point. Yeah, certain fans are like this too. If I'm being alone, you've never needed friends. To some extent, I'm a bit like that, but sometimes it's also really nice to find people that like the things you like, and you get to rant about stuff to them. That's really nice too. Let's see. You were generally lonely, and then I chatted to your peeps on Discord. Now here I am. I honestly thought you were already friends with everybody. That's what I thought. That's how good friends everybody is. I was like, wow, this whole group of people are now in my Discord. That's pretty cool. So yeah, the Discord is a good place to meet people that like the same things you do. So if you like indie games, if you like horror, if you like to some extent mystery, fantasy, bad movies, weeb stuff, anime, games, I guarantee if you talk around, there's also lots of people there that are like, yeah, I don't have a lot of people I can talk to, but maybe here I can find someone, and then maybe you'll get along. Let's see, you play D&D with a friend, you suck at making characters, you end up being a really good and better version of you that acts like a good guy. Oh, I see. See, that's the thing. Sometimes you get to role play being a good person, and it makes you want to be that perfect person in your real life. So maybe you won't be as snappish towards a friend. Maybe you'll be more selfless. Maybe you'll be more attentive. You know, it's a good thing to do. Let's see. Yeah, public services, volunteering. You get to meet people that would want to do that. So soup kitchens, I think, do that kind of thing too. Let's see. Oh gosh, I need to end the stream. Okay, 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. Let's see. And if you're looking for people, there's one Reddit forum where it will specifically be towards beginners. Like, hey, I run D&D stuff. I will teach you. DM me on Discord or on Reddit, and I will give you the thing, and you can come in and you can learn with several other people. That's what I did. I wanted to learn to play D&D, but they were all full up. They fill up really quickly, but there's new ones posted every day. So if you Google Reddit beginner D&D groups, online, they'll do it online using Roll60 or Roll20 or something. I saw one for Call of Cthulhu, and it's like, hey, if you're trying to learn the game, DM me, and if I have slots open, you can come. I did that. Ava did that, and 2 other girls did that. So when it came time to learn Call of Cthulhu, we had the DM who was a guy, and then it was him and 5 girls. So believe it or not, girls want to play things too sometimes. So if you're tired of being single, have a look. You know, it happens. There's people out there that are also looking to get to know somebody. Let's see. Confidence is helping people with heavy lifting. Not confident is like opening with a smutty remark. Yeah. Let's see. You can't crush a bacteria. I'm going to screenshot that. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Hang on. I'm going to make that my slogan. Maybe everyone here is normal, but I watch people who would get canceled for the things they say. And yeah, I actually am a little bit tired of really sanitized stuff where everybody is so afraid to say anything that could possibly be misconstrued as problematic. I hate that. I have a lot of respect for people who will... Because that's the thing, like, comedians themselves can't even make jokes that are mean. Because if they make mean jokes, then people will say, well, you're actually mean because your jokes are mean. And it's like, that's not how it works. I make jokes all the time that I don't believe or I don't take seriously. Like the other day on stream when somebody said something, I was like, I agree, which means both of us are stupid. I don't actually think that one person in chat is stupid. It was a joke. It was meant for, Anyway, so just because you make a joke doesn't mean you believe in it. And that's another thing I'm kind of sick of, is when people get canceled for making jokes or for saying, stuff that's not necessarily agreed on. Let's see, stop giving what other people... Yeah, you shouldn't care what other people... Because it's really dangerous when you're online, because oftentimes the mob mentality is not something that you should give sway over your life. Yeah. Logan Paul is a poster man. If he can get back up, so can you. In the worst way. You're right. Getting canceled doesn't mean much unless you do something to have law enforcement drawn in. Yeah, exactly. Alright. First time hopping in general chat on the community Discord was the most chill experience. Generally fun and friendly people. Oh, I'm so glad. I wish I could be in the community Discord more, but it makes me so anxious, because I know the second I get in there, it's like, oh, I'll just drop by for 3 minutes, and then it's like 45 minutes. It's like, I don't want to be rude and leave. This person just came. If this person just showed up and starts talking to me and now I have to go, it's going to seem really rude, and it's so hard. Okay, let's see. Best way to roleplay the first time is to self-insert your personality. That's probably a good idea. That would probably help me learn to roleplay a little bit more, because, God, that was so awkward. The Discord peeps have been giving you suggestions for painting your Warhammer models. It's super helpful, and you do not feel comfortable posting them in any other community. That's really good. There's a lot of people in the community that like 40k. Yeah, so hey, if anybody's interested in 40k, it sounds like NS22580 is doing some painting, so you might be able to say, hey, what about doing this? And here's some pictures that I saw that I think look really good. Maybe they're good inspiration. So it's a good way to connect. All right, it's 2 a.m. Good night. Yeah, I gotta be going soon too. Let's see. Instead of being a slayer of women, you'll be a slayer of femboys. You do you, man. If somebody hasn't already, yeah, the Discord is there. It's also in the description if you're looking for the Discord. A short stream. See, this is what I mean. I'm like, oh, I'll just be on and I'll be like, hey guys, here's a horoscope just for fun, and here's the updates, and then it'll be 20 minutes. Girls are real? No, not really. It's a government conspiracy, but we can pretend they are. Self-insert is fine as long as you don't act like you're the main character all the time. It's a group co-op game after all. Yeah, I think self-insert can be fine if you're not awful. A small group is awesome. Yeah. Pick up chicks from internet roleplay. You could. You absolutely could. There wasn't a single guy aside from the DM in that learning Cthulhu thing. So if you're looking to meet people, go to Reddit and look for D&D groups. And they've got different kinds. They've got sci-fi sort of D&D, Pathfinder, I think. Cyberpunk. A lot of people started learning Cyberpunk, D&D itself, or Call of Cthulhu. And they're all so different. So if you're like, man, I don't like the fantasy thing, try Call of Cthulhu. That's more of a 1920s, slightly more modern. Or Pathfinder or Cyberpunk, which is, sci-fi. And you'll make good friends. I mean, it's possible you end up in a group where you're just not feeling it or you hate everyone there. That's the role of the dice. Go for a different group after that. Let's see. Meeting girls through online beginner classes sounds like something girls complain about in all the relationship posts. Yeah, and that's the thing. You don't want to be like, hey, I just met you. We should go out. You can do, always be tentative. That's what I do. If I would do it, if I ever did it, I'd be like, hey, that was a lot of fun. Like, you could just DM them and don't put them on the spot publicly, because, it makes it weird. But if you DM them and say, hey, that was a lot of fun, oh God, what would you say? I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to talk to people. Don't come to me for advice to talk to girls. If I hear about another game, do you want me to let you know? Maybe you could join in. Or if you hear about any other games, it might be fun to play again together. And either she's going to reciprocate, which, hey, that's good, or she's not, which means that you guys are incompatible anyway, And that doesn't mean anything. People reach out to me all the time, and I'm just like, oh, I can't, and it doesn't mean anything. It's just, some people just want to be alone. Or they're not very social, or it just, they don't want to agree to something and then fall through, and then it hurt your feelings, so. It's chill. Yeah, I don't know how this turned into dating advice, practical advice, whatever. I don't know what's happening here. You remember how your high school D&D group disbanded after you all moved away, tried a public group? It was an unmitigated disaster when one player couldn't keep his crass comments to himself. That's the thing. When you get a group of 5 people, there's a good chance one of them you're just not going to want to be around. But if those other people you do jive with, say, if you got along well with everybody else, there's no reason not to reach out to them in private and say, hey, I thought you were pretty good. I thought we all had a lot of fun. I'll keep my eye out for more groups. If you want to join, I'll let you know. If not, hey, no worries. If you find a group and you need a person, feel free to invite me. I'll try to make myself free. And that's how it goes, And maybe that person who was crass, if he doesn't get invited back, well, he can find his own group, and maybe he finds more and more people that are just like him, and then he can enjoy a game full of like-minded people. Yeah. Let's see. Pick up the chick character, not the player. Let's see. Can we post memes in the Discord? Can we post memes in general? I don't know. I don't think I think you're unable to unless you've got like a higher status to post memes in general. I think there's like a designated meme room that you can post them in, but I know most people can't seem to post images in general. That's probably to cut down on like spam and stuff. I don't know. Maybe ask Mac. He would probably know. I'm still actually kind of noobish with Discord. With Discord. Let's see. Only thing you try to self-insert in tabletop for the desire to do good and the urge to make low-tier puns. Yeah. Yep. Let's see. And yeah, if you join the Discord, you don't have to interact. A lot of people, that's not their thing. A lot of people are anxious, I know. Let's see. You say you're tentative about it, but isn't that because you're introverted? Yeah. I don't know how to explain it, but when I'm having fun with people, I'm like, wow, I'm having fun, but also I can't wait to go home and be alone. And then, like, I'll talk to people, I'm like, wouldn't it be fun if we did this? And we all make plans to get together, and then a couple days later, I'm like, oh, I've got that thing. I can't make an excuse to get out of it. I'm gonna have to go. It's hard. I don't know. There's something wrong with introverts' brains. I can't explain it. We're weirdly wishy-washy people. It's weird. If I had to compare, it's introverts or cats and extroverts or dogs. I can't explain it. Approach women slowly. Hey, kitten, you are very mature for your age. Have I mentioned I'm a Discord moderator? Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Don't do that. Oh. And that's the thing, like, it depends on the person. A completely lovely way to talk to someone may actually piss somebody else off. You know what I mean? Whereas something that may anger somebody and really offend them may be like, oh, I can't believe you said that. That's so funny. I like that. You know, so it really depends on the person. You know, because, yeah, and people say it's a chick thing, but it's a guy thing, too. You know, you had some guy friends that were like, you shouldn't say that, that kind of person. You have to be careful about what you say. But then you've got other guy friends that, like, they don't care. So girls are like that, too, is the thing. In my opinion, the easier they are to make angry, maybe be careful if they're highly strained or have high maintenance, because you don't want to be walking on eggshells. Okay, always remember that even if you're desperate or alone or you're really down bad, don't get into a relationship with somebody that makes you feel like you are constantly doing things wrong, or you're constantly walking on eggshells, or everything you say is wrong. Like, I won't name it, but you guys have probably heard about a very public explosion and ruining of friendship, I guess. They were partners on a podcast, and this person A was mad, real mad, for like no reason. I listened to the entire podcast. There was no reason for them to be so upset, but they were determined to be mad. And person B was like, well, you're mad. I don't understand why you're mad. And person A was like, I'm not mad. How dare you say I'm mad? That's gaslighting. You can't tell me I'm mad. Okay, well, you're frustrated. I'm not frustrated. How dare you say I'm frustrated? And then later on, person B was like, okay, fine. Everything is fine. And she's like, how dare you tell me everything is fine? You can't tell me everything is fine. I go to so much therapy, you can't tell me what's fine. And it's like, okay, so you got mad at him for saying you were angry and frustrated, and then he says, okay, everything's fine. And then you're like, how dare you say it's fine? That's gaslight. And it's like, don't. No matter how desperate, I promise, if you're lonely as hell, don't. Okay, just don't. You're gonna get hurt. Being lonely is better than being abused and hurt, in my opinion. Your friend found love by bonding over cutting himself. There's someone for everyone. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, hopefully they're doing good for each other. You can't post meme in general unless you're a mod. Okay, but we do have several areas for like real life picture, for like art pictures if you make art, several things for like food, I believe, and like memes and sports. So trust me, if you go to the Discord, you look to the left hand side, there's rooms for everything. Talking about games suggestions. The Discord is pretty chaotic already. Memes in general, I think, would be over the with the current vibe. Yeah, so if you want to exchange memes, I promise there's a room for it on the Discord. I can't name what it is, but I know it exists because I've been there. No one understands Discord. Yeah, that's a secret. Are there cutting classes you can attend? Well, see, no, that's competitive, all right? You need to go to the casual ones. I don't mind cheesy stuff, but I got luck with saying cheesy stuff. Let's see. You don't have luck saying cheesy stuff. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, find someone that's goofy that likes the cheesy stuff. Is that when Vermintide takes up? I know Vermintide. Isn't that like a 2000s game where it's like first person and there are like anthropomorphic rat people? And it's not sci-fi. It's... Warhammer confuses me because sometimes it's sci-fi, sometimes it isn't. And then, I don't know. I don't understand a thing. Being a mix of intro / extra, I will say some days it's better to sack up and do the thing you play. Yeah, exactly. I have trouble because I have an extremely extroverted parent and an extremely introverted parent, so I almost feel like I bounce between the two, and I'm really hot and cold, and I feel like that's not fair to people who know me for one mood based off the other. Ugh. You're an introvert too, you know exactly what you mean, you're having fun, but you can also think about to head out. Yeah, exactly. I wish. And then there are people that, like, they can't be home. They can't be alone. They can't. And I wish I were like that a little bit. But let's see. You're a dude, you can make a dirty joke that makes me roll on the floor. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, some people can bond over dirty jokes. Some people will alienate you and like yell at you if you try dirty jokes. So keep in mind, don't change yourself, unless you're actually doing harmful things, don't change yourself for another person. Let's see, it's a solid take. Don't hang around people who want you. Yeah, exactly. Introverts have batteries. They say, yeah. And our batteries are always on 25%. Let's see. Sounds like mom and dad, dear Lord. Let's see. Pure drama. Can't help those people. Some people. Yeah. And it could be a medical issue where you explode on people and you're always upset with them. I know some people have talked about, oh, well, this is this certain kind of mental situation. And it's like, I get that. I had a roommate way back when where anytime she did anything, she would be like, well, I have this. And it's like, okay, all right. But I mean, okay. Just anytime anybody would ask her to do something or be like, that was kind of a mean thing to say, she would just automatically say, oh, but I have this. So, I don't know. It's harder for different people. And yeah. Somebody guessed what the thing is. Absolutely. You got it, Spider. I find that my friend group and I are so close because we are super real with each other. Even if we have super heated arguments, we recover really quick. That's the best thing. I like having friends that I can argue with, debate with. I had a debate, like full on shouting. Like if you've ever seen Oni plays, when they have like a debate and they're screaming at each other, but it's not like the bad kind of scream. Nobody's actually angry. That's the kind of debates I like. But I had very few friends that could. They would get genuinely upset. But I would have debates like whether or not when you say I want peppers on my sandwich, I got into a big debate where it's like, if you say you want peppers on your sandwich, do you mean banana peppers, like I thought, or bell peppers, like he thought? And it just forever, debating that kind of thing. And a debate of whether or not West Virginia was an actual state. I was right. West Virginia is a state. Recently had to cut ties with a friend who effectively showed that they didn't see me in the same respect you saw them. Self-respect is infinitely more important than keeping a rotten tie with anyone. I know exactly, at least to some extent, what you're talking about. I had a friend in high school that, I hate throwing a word around the word sociopath or psychopath, it's so overused and people use it way too much, just like gaslighting. But this person didn't value me at all. She only saw what I could do for her. And we were tight for like 4 years of high school, like the entire high school, like actually from junior high to high school. So 4 + 2, 6 years. But this person, that person probably didn't help the fact that I had low self-esteem. But I think a lot of people have had experiences where they have a friend that just doesn't seem to value them at all. Like, yeah, like they only care about sending you to do things for them or, asking to borrow things from you. And then suddenly, I remember asking another friend that both of us were kind of tight with. I was like, hey, has so-and-so ever actually called me her best friend? I mean, I thought I was, and then she wrote back to me and she was like, I think she calls anyone that gives her something best friend. That's about it. And that was like a huge wake-up call. I felt like the biggest idiot because I had this thought of, that she had the same idea of me that I had of her. That wasn't the case. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes you don't get a lot of empathy from certain friends, and that's a warning sign in of itself. And you don't really see it until you leave the relationship. I just stopped talking to her in the last year. She really changed. Just really changed. Yeah. And sometimes you have to get out of there. If you can talk it over, you can try. But, yeah. Warhammer confuses everyone who isn't bait. Yeah. Warhammer Fantasy and Warhammer 40k are two different things. But, hang on. I have the words in my brain. I need to put them into actual verbal words. But they are kind of like within the same universe, right? It's not like Warcraft, where Warcraft is something completely different than Warhammer. Okay. once you begin the true lore dive, it's like you actually become some chaos god of insanity. I downloaded the audiobooks for like the Horus Conspiracy or whatever. One of these days I'm gonna read it, but I feel like I should start with Dune. But the question is, do I start with this one narrator for Dune or this other narrator for Dune? Or do I try to do the audiobook drama that has like a whole radio drama that has like 10 people? But that one has its downsides too, because sometimes the characters aren't always played by the same person. Everything is so hard. You don't know what you are? Probably a mix of, yeah, if I had to guess, you're a completely balanced individual, which means you're completely stable. Congratulations. God, I really need to end the stream one of these. Okay, 5 more minutes. Let's see, introverted are the only ones who can say, okay, I had enough social activity. Time to be alone for 3 days. Yes, yes. Absolutely, you get it. It's getting very late. Good night. Good night, MissKittens. Thank you very much. And also, thank you so much for doing a wonderful job playing Bubbles on the Powerpuff Girls script reading. And thank you so much for that really cool phone. Let's see. Actually, if anybody hasn't seen it, she did this, which is really cool because that is almost like 99% exclusively her art. And yeah, if you recognize it's Namir in there. So very talented, very cool. Also, huge freaking phone, my God. But yeah, really talented. Thank you, MissKittens, and have a good night. Okay. Let's see. Oh God, that was from a while ago. I hope she's still here. I realize I'm at the top and I'm still trying to scroll. You long for friends who would have heated debates with you and not see it as personal or dreadful thing. That's the thing. I actually like talking about politics. I like talking about religion. I like talking about ethics. I like talking about philosophy. But the thing is, you can't do that with most people because those things are usually held so closely to their heart that they feel that they themselves are being attacked. So find a friend that you can rant with, right? You may not agree, but as long as you both just, agree that just because you don't agree doesn't mean the other person is stupid or wrong or bad, But unfortunately, those are very serious topics and you don't often get a chance to do that. Missing stream for sleep feels bad, man. Let's see. You're really extroverted, but you feel shy. It's really hard for you to start talking with people. When I enter the voice chat, is playing something. Oh, Lestat, no worries. We all feel that. There's no worse feeling than joining a voice chat and just being like, should I start talking now? What am I gonna say? Oh, what am I gonna say? No, somebody else is talking. I'll wait my turn. Okay, I'll say something now. Oh no, somebody else is already talking. Okay. Well, now I've been in here for 10 minutes and I'm feeling really awkward because I haven't said anything. What if they think I'm a weird? So yeah, I get you. It's really hard to do anything when you have a lot of self-awareness. If you can't call your friend an asshole or a rat bastard, are you really friends? Yeah, exactly. Remember, you're here forever. Oh God. Warhammer and Warhammer 40k are different things. Ezra loading. I know, it's hard. Because I could swear that the sci-fi version of Warhammer has those sentient rat guys that I saw in the fantasy version of Warhammer. I mean, they're both called Warhammer. They have to be the same property. I guess it's just the future, maybe? Do they have magic? I don't get it. Let's see. They didn't used to be. They used to be straight across, much like Shadowrun and Battletech. Oh, so they didn't originally start. Remember when she said 5 minutes, and I mean it. We've got 3 minutes left. The way I see it, there are only friends, people you know, people you don't know. It feels like creating people otherwise, and I don't like that. To some extent. I think you're gonna have people that you know you can't, like, you had friends growing up where you couldn't make jokes that they were flat-chested, whereas you did have friends that you could absolutely make pancake jokes, right? But the second you made they would get mad at you, and you're like, okay, I need to be careful. You had other friends that you could smack on the arm, but you have other friends that you definitely can't do that with because they'll actually be like, ow, that hurt, what the heck? And it's just like, I barely even tapped. It was a pat. Come on. So you have to be careful because you got different levels of friendship. 40k started as a self-parody of dark, edgy things. Really? Because it's one of the darker, edgier things that I've seen. Well, it should be mentioned that SR and BT used to share the same in a universe, not so much anymore. What's your 2 choices of audiobook narrator for Dune? I'm a connoisseur of audiobooks due to having a mind-numbing manual labor job. Now listen, I always recommend supporting the things you like, but Audiobook Bay is a thing. I'm just saying it exists. You can usually get samples of stuff to find out if you really want to listen to it or not. There's 2 different, maybe there's 3, but there's 2 different that I look into, audio narrator-wise for Dune. One sounds like an old-timey 1920s newspaper announcer. I don't like it, but other people have said, yeah, it kind of fits with the time period it came out, kind of like campy sci-fi. And it's like, I guess so. There's another guy that kind of, I think he has a British accent. He has like a W in his name. That guy. I think I liked him. But I'm still not ready to listen to it yet. I need to find a minute where I can just sit there and listen. The amount of times I have made it to the stupid fucking put your hand in the box and been like, okay, I need to go do something. And then years pass, and then I'm like, okay, I really need to get back. I can't do anything, is the problem. But yeah, if you have a mind-numbing labor job, yeah, that's a good one. The guy that starts with W and C or W, I don't know. That phone case is amazing. It is, isn't it? Isn't it? Yeah. She has tiny hands. Kins is very talented. Okay, thanks for helping my shift go by faster. I don't know. I'm glad that it's entertaining. This is almost like a podcast, which your mileage may vary. You almost missed a stream again. Geez, don't worry. I talked about Twitch affiliate. We reached Twitch affiliate status. Hooray for us. We qualified for YouTube membership. I just have to make a video to be like, hey guys, here's my commercial if you want to give me $2 for emojis and sub badges. And then I read some horoscopes out, and I'm talking about, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just reading chat. Sometimes it's good to talk with chat, because otherwise I try to do it in the middle of a game and it disrupts things. So it's good to do this every now and then. Let's see. Is it worth debating with someone you care about that you know is easily hurt? Well, sometimes people are just emotionally stunted, where they don't understand that they can still be friends with someone that disagrees with them, you know? Or they're just weirdly sensitive, where you're like, yeah, I like this thing, but I have issues with this, this, and this. I like this game, but I think this game has these flaws. And then they'll be like, well, I mean, no, they're not really flaws. And then you're like, oh, this person cares about this game a lot. I'm just going to go ahead and relent, you know, because I'm just going to end up hurting them if I, you know what I mean? So everybody has different levels of that, you know? So they used to have Ratmen way back when. Where are the Ratmen? That's all I know about 40K, is that there are Ratmen. And I saw a meme where, you know, it was like, if you push the button, something will happen, but, like, a universe might be destroyed. And I saw a Ratman, like go to town on that button. And I was like, okay, I like them. I like them a lot. Let's see. You're making conscious effort to bring quieter people into voice chat conversations in life. That's good. That's really good. That's you're being the hero we all need. Because sometimes, like I said, some of us would not talk to people unless someone came over and talked to us. Some of us are still like that. Let's see. You have a lady friend that you just won't discuss anything controversial with because she doesn't like to. I can respect it. Yeah. And that's the thing. You don't necessarily need to. It's cool when you find someone that understands that it's not personal, but you also have really sensitive, you know, babies that you're like, okay, fine, I'll shield you from that. I don't have any interest in talking to you with this, because, you know, you don't really gain anything from talking to them anyway. You're aware of what their point is, so there's no insight, you know. Just gotta agree to disagree. Let's see, 40K is 40K years in the future. It was in the name. I should have guessed that. I can insult you constantly, and it's a very good sign that we got close. Yeah, absolutely. I'll have to ask Bait to explain it. Oh, God. I don't want him to have to type out, like, 3 paragraphs. I don't get it. That's a normal reaction to Warhammer lore. Warhammer and Warhammer AOS, or 40K and AOS, are different universes, but are both owned by Games Workshop. Huh. Which one do people like best, 40K or AOS? I hear about 40K more, so I'm going to assume it's 40K. Meanwhile, us guys like to compare sizes all the time. Yeah, exactly. I do like that aspect with guys. You find that a lot less common in girls, unfortunately. Unless they're all super tomboys, which is nice. Is that what pancakes mean? You've heard so much, I thought it was a nice word. It's nice, but I keep in mind that pancakes are a very 2D flat object. Let's see. It did start out like that. Now people behind it are way too serious. Bait could go on a whole rant about this. Yeah, sometimes it's good to take things seriously, but if you started out lighthearted, it might alienate people if you go into... Yeah. Let's see. I see. I heard that the creators deliberately made 40K universe as the worst and most awful existence. I've heard that. It sounds like it. It's just suffering, man. Dune is great, but I cannot stand Paul. Atreides, Paul. Is Paul the main character? House of Atreides? I know the house, but I know Harkonnen, Atreides, and whatever, but yeah, those are the only 2 ones that matter, let's face it. But Paul is the main character. He's clearly a self-insert, but here's the thing, I can kind of forgive it because this book was written in like the 40s or something, so the writer wouldn't have had a lot of Mary Sues are bad insight, you know what I mean? Let's see. You only listen to an audiobook if Bob Ross voiced it. There are some really good audiobooks out there. Believe it or not, the guy that played Wesley in Star Trek and seems to have, he's maybe not the most popular on Twitter. He is an excellent audiobook narrator. There's a series called We Are Legion, the Bobiverse, something like that. There's like 4 books. My dad is super into it, and I end up hearing it by extension. He narrates that. I would recommend looking up We Are Legion, We Are Bob, the first book, and listening to the audiobook form. Again, if you want to say, you know what, I'm not going to recommend it. I'm just saying somewhere out there's a place called Audiobook Bay, and you might be able to find a sample and then, give these hardworking narrators and book writers some money, once you listen to 3 seconds of it. Let's see, I go by what I call friend circle theory. You have a circle of friends, but your friends are likely connected to other circles, and maybe, yeah, exactly. Everybody's got different ties. Warhammer Rats for... Bait went on posting Warhammer Rats for months. Good, he knows what's up. He's my approval. Let's see. Ratmen were called Hrud in 40k way back. Then they retconned them into being weird arthropod Slendermen. No, they're not rats anymore. No Ratmen in 40k. Never have been. That's fantasy age of Sigmar. Well, I think they should be in 40k. Come on, they're rats. They can make it 40k years in the future. Have them be inbred on some asteroid, and then when humans make content, they stow away in ships and, spread. Do you think there will ever be VTuber blood sports? Oh, I hope so. We can dream. We can dream. Otherwise, let's see, fantasy exclusive. Skaven, the Ratmen, while being one of the most horrific and evil races, are equally the most memeable and comedy baiting. I love them. I bet you they're actually nice if you get to know them. Let's see. Skaven. And I think they have a unique way of talking, don't they? Like, they repeat certain words at the end. There's, other grammar stuff. Why do I know this? Let's see. Come check out the... Yeah. So we got a Discord, So I sometimes go streaming games on the community Discord. It's fun to meet new people, even though sometimes you can get some weirdos. Yeah, I wonder who you're talking about. Except for those Japanese fluffy pancakes. Oh, those souffle pancakes. Nice. Correct. 40k isn't the concept of good versus evil as much as... Yeah, I've heard each faction is horrible, in their own way. Going to head off and keep playing... Yep. Bye, Ava. Thanks for joining us. And thanks for joining us for the podcast, I guess. I appreciate it. Yeah, the trope crapsack world. Yep. 40k in a nutshell. Every race is absolutely suck, but there's also really likable too. Except those bastard bluefish weeb commie things. Will Wheaton, that's the guy. Nice. Okay, today I found out my favorite audiobook trilogy on YouTube for free. I like it enough to actually pay for the audibles. That's a good point. That's a good story. Sorry guys, chatting in chat made me sick with anxiety, but I'm happy I got to communicate. Yeah, thank you, Fushlin. I'm so sorry if I butchered that. Yeah, it's nice to hear from people that also, are going through similar things. Let's see. Yeah, sounds more like roaches then. Maybe. I have to go take care of dinner. Yeah, everybody's got stuff to do. I'll end it as soon as I scroll down to the bottom. There's artwork depicting rats in 40k. I've run 40k games. Ratmen are just horribly chaotic, mutated humans. The lore is so easy to bend. Yeah, exactly. And who's to say they're not all in some bunker one day and somebody, opens something and they come pouring out? Actually, I think that's how the one Necronom things work, right? Somebody finds a broken piece of machinery on a planet, and the next thing you know... Let's see. The rat guys tend to ruin Warhammer discussions? How so? Are they furries and they're just too into the rats, maybe? Or maybe they act out too much because that's how the rats act, in character. Goblins are basically made by boomer race known as hobgoblins, huh? Let's see. You love the ratties and their speech impediments. 2 hours and 5 minutes. Yes, this is... Damn, you're a VTuber now? Pog. Hi, Mort. Yeah, it's been a wild ride. It must be really, really jarring just to show up and be like, oh, whoa, that's weird. Yeah, I've been doing the VTuber thing for a month or 2. It felt like an eternity, but for you, it's probably super jarring. Sorry about that. Let's see. Avatars, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, this will be a VOD, so don't worry if you missed things. Don't piss on my mecha weeb suits. She can't stop the stream if she reaches the bottom of the chat. Oh, well, here I am. Orcs are just content with war. That's all they want. That's great. They are the only happy race because in the grim darkness of the 41st millennium, there is only war. I love the elder race's edgy black armor, but they are literally foul as a people. Yeah, it's a good stream length. Okay, orcs are based. And on that note, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope the news was fun. I hope you guys had a chance to interact with people, say what was on your mind, and maybe we've got a good month up ahead for us. So we'll keep an eye on the 22nd. We had an eclipse today, apparently. So yeah, we'll see where things go. I'll probably return to regular streaming either tomorrow or the day after. So I'll see you guys. Be safe